Niggas talking too much shit. Dumb ass niggas talking too much shit. Okay, dumb ass niggas talking too much shit.
Trying to get 100
kills. I ain't kidding.
24/7.
365 until I reach the heavens. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. Yeah, hustlers on a mission there. They homie TV. Hustlers on a mission. That's every single day. You feel me? We in a lit house. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Dividends apparel is under construction, but we ain't going nowhere. We still got the drug love for you. Yeah, it is. We back. Allegedly news, but no, this is a real nigga reaction. And you know, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass niggas gonna talk about it and fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. So do your shit to the fullest, nigga. Yeah, man. And we have a topic today of someone they renamed Snitchi Minaj. They renamed her Snitchi Minaj. We'll get into that. And it looks like Drake's top hitman or shooter, whatever the fuck you want to call him. That guy, top 5, I just seen something about him getting stabbed in the neck. It's a lot. I'm seeing a lot of news of stabbings recently. I don't know, but let's jump right into it, man. Homie TV. Hustlers on a mission every day. I am Capital, Mr. Create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters, get your paper straight like that. And yeah, man. We're gonna see what positive message we're able to get up out of this one today. Let's get it with this real nigga. Oh. Before we get into that, look at this shit.
Of handguns. Now this is the Venerator, the
What
future of handguns. Now this is the Venerator, the future of
the Venerator, but that don't say no damn Venerator right there. What the fuck that say? That said Venator. That nigga say Venerator. Why that say Venator right there? What the fuck the side of this say? Venator. Venator. Like I said, Venator. What the fuck you call it?
Is the Venerator, the future.
The Ventilator. That nigga said Venerator. Was he trying to say obliterator?
This is the Venerator, the future of handguns. Now this is the Venerator, the future of handguns.
And that's what the name supposed to be because that said Venator. Anyway, man, that shit. That kind of almost gave me a headache hearing him say the name of the name. But look at this shit.
Now this is still a prototype, but it has some really cool features. So it has a very low bore axis, as you can see the barrel here. It has a rotating barrel, super nice trigger. But the cool thing is here, the LED display, which shows no mag right now. If I cock it, it will show the indicator. Also, if I insert the magazine, it shows how many rounds I still have left. If I remove one, you can see there. Now you can also check what's my barrel temperature, how many rounds did I shoot in total, and the battery life. This is.
I want to know how it reacts to getting wet. That's what I want. That shit short circuit. That shit my mouth and like that shit. I feel like it might not be right. That bitch better be waterproof too, at least. That bitch definitely waterproof. But you got enough for the charge power down. I don't even see nothing well closed in to knock out anything. Shit happening. But it's cool. It's a nice little citrus to sharp shit. Not the type of build. I don't really go for the build of it. But the idea how they trying to do it, the shit I felt with it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really talk the build of it. It's cool like the slide or shit. But back to the motherfucking reaction that we had going on today. Snitchi Minaj. Well, excuse me, Nicki Minaj is being called a different name these days. And that name is Snitchi. They're calling her Snitchi Minaj. And you have to wonder, like, is anybody really surprised? She was one of the first artists to do a track with Takashi after this. Not to mention she was shot in blood at one time too. I think she did a song with. Anyway, you know the history of it. We don't gotta go into any facts, but anyways, something happened. I guess there was some shit going on with SZA and Nicki. Matter of fact, we don't have to go to it because I don't know if y'all. Y'all probably know, but we're gonna go to the beginning after we look at this right. And you know what? You're right. That's what they thought they're gonna do it. And before we get into that, look at this sandwich. Yeah, I almost cleaned the plate up. And I was like, it would be not polite of me to show you. I can eat this right now. While we're doing this reaction. So this is one of them shows too with the reaction and all that shit in one. Whatever. You don't miss that. Boy, that shit is fuck crazy, nigga. That's not crazy, boy. That's not crazy. That ain't, boy, hell no. That's diabolical. That's diabolical, nigga. You gotta say it just like that, boy. CIA, that's diabolical. Hey, then she switched it up. Oh man, boy, look. Man, y'all better stop fucking. Y'all better stop playing with these hoes. Man, hell no. You see the type of shit that nigga just did? You know how many niggas love nigga? Looking at this shit, nigga like, damn, nigga, you do a nigga like that? God damn. Hey, bitch, what the fuck you talking about a crime? What? You at this must have been too out the street. This motherfucker removed herself from the street completely. She don't know nothing. Like, she gonna act like she don't know what none of this shit going on. My bad, God. What? FBI and CIA and the people, who that is, whoever, diabolical. That's fucked up though. Damn, bitch, you gonna put the police on niggas just off a statement like that? Insinuating that it was like, oh my God, Nikki, oh my God, Nikki just broke my heart, bro. It ain't even about the fact how that she's snitching and shit, because she a female. It's the lips and the way it was done, and the reason behind it. Man, what? Nikki just broke my heart. Now Drake ain't take no L, but Nikki got the L for that. Damn, bro. The FBI and CIA is diabolical. Bro, for saying a statement like that, you watch the see, that's why niggas, that's why as a nigga, that's why as a human individual, bitch, mind your business. Don't be saying shit about shit like that, boy, because look, if you gonna say something about some shit, do not direct it. Damn, boy. The CIA and FBI is diabolical. Especially when your people have been in the system going through all type of shit in the time with all these pets. Oh my God. You trying to get a nigga locked up. Bitch, you supposed to be from all different. God damn. God damn, man. Damn, man. You mother was not, I don't think I had some, damn, bro. Somebody went nine. Somebody went nine. That ain't clout chasing. We getting that book. Hold on. It's a difference between trying to get a nigga books and clout chasing, nigga. First of all, she probably felt like you were clout chasing by mentioning her name in the bullshit with all that. Cool. Now she trying to get your book, nigga. She gonna get your ass out of the way. She trying to get your ass in a whole nother lane. And it's fucked up because some of them bars and the legal system and different shit like that, if they got you tied to anything right now, they looking into it and they goddamn it, they on your ass. I guarantee you. If it's anything, they probably wouldn't even on your ass. They was already on your ass just a little bit, and Nikki did this they on your ass completely, boy. If they even had a hint of instance of suspicion of your ass being up to some shit, now Nikki done did it. They owe your ass 110,000%, boy. You tripping. That better be on point. Anything you doing, shut it down. Shut it down. Anything you doing, boy, shut it down right now. Shut that shit down all the way. Don't do nothing. You don't want to do, boy, you don't want to do shit for about 4 years. I'm telling you, boy, don't do shit at all, boy. You like, boy, third year they gonna fall apart, but boy, they gonna be on your ass, boy. Yeah, you don't need to worry about niggas. She done put the people on your ass who you need to worry about. Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about niggas, but you gotta worry about the people that she done put on your ass now. Boy, you was tripping. This nigga tripping. That nigga tripping, dog. Hey, look, I ain't even had that shit on. But look, it's on now. So whatever. But that nigga tripping, man. But should we go back to the beginning? Y'all probably think we need it. So we can go back to the beginning.
Snitching.
If it's any barbs in the chat, I need to holler at the barbs
you
real
rest
quick
my
because
foot.
I feel it's the barbs' fault that's empowering all of this right here. Like I feel like when she did.
Y'all don't know yesterday, Nicki Minaj was snitching on a TDE affiliate named Mac Wop. So Mac Wop, when Nicki was going back and forth with SZA the other day, he said, Nicki, relax before you get put in a blender like your boy did. Now, when y'all hear that, it's obvious that he's talking about the Drake and Kendrick beef, right? You know, Kendrick put Drake in the blender, as they say. But Nicki, she took that as a threat and she added the FBI. She said, is this a threat? She said, did you threaten to harm me at Mac Wop, at the FBI? I want this man investigated right away. He has ties to other people who have been a part of very shady business and is now threatening harm as well as admitting to a crime about someone else, which boy was put in a blender. And she started adding politicians. She talking about Rep Luna. This man just publicly threatened me. I've notified the FBI and the CIA. The FBI and the CIA is crazy. I want this thug locked up. And I'm ready to talk about everything these people have done to me. Meanwhile, I thought her husband was a gangster. Ain't Big Zoo a gangster or something like that? I don't know. But Mac Wop did respond. Let's check this out.
And seeing what's going on, you tripping on the internet. And I'm like, not Nicki. Not Nicki. Like, and truth in the details, chat. I felt, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I felt I wasn't even going hard at her. I wouldn't even want to go at her because that's Nicki Minaj. Now I'm like, damn, why Nicki Minaj clout chasing the WAP? Like, you know what you doing? You got an album? What you got going on? She going that business. Anyway, let's slow it down. So Nicki, I wasn't threatening you, sweetheart. I don't want nothing done to you. I don't niggas ain't even worried about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even worried about you. Like, nigga, you down there. Like, with all due respect, like, I don't even know. Nicki, niggas ain't worried about you, bro. Like, honestly, we love you over here, man. You the queen. You doing it up, bro. Like, you just got, and I got at a bar. If it's any bar,
You the queen, but you did this some whole shit. I don't care. That's some whole ass shit. I don't give a fuck. You was the queen, but you did this some whole shit. That's some whole ass shit. Like, I'm not even on that side. I don't even like. I think I'm a nigga that think Drake won. I'm a nigga that say Kendrick ain't really. He ain't come how he should have came. I'm the nigga that say that. So I'm not one of them. But that shit, that was a whole ass shit. I was a fuck, man. Nobody, that's some whole ass shit. That was some whole ass shit. That was some whole ass shit. You asked the question and then immediately put the police on. That's fucked up. It's just fucked up how quick. It's just fucked up how quick. It's just fucked up how quick. I only wouldn't be quick to throw another nigga in the jail, bro, if I had some bullshit. Over some petty ass bullshit. The fuck? Ready to throw a nigga in jail, take a nigga away from his kids and his whole fucking family, bitch. For what? For what? You feel me? Like, I don't be on that puss ass shit. That shit is some whole ass shit. That was some fuck shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit. Boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody fucking with that type of shit. Ain't no real nigga around you fucking with you after that pussy ass shit right there. Even your nigga, bitch. If your nigga is the nigga type of nigga I think he is, bitch, I know he ain't condoning that pussy ass shit. I know he said something behind that shit. I know he feels the type of way. And if he did say nothing to you, bitch, he looking at you in a whole nother light, bitch. That nigga finna get the fuck on. I guarantee that shit. What if he ain't saying nothing about that shit? And you, boy, I'm telling you, he finna get the fuck on. He the type of nigga I know he is. He finna get the fuck on, man. He finna be. If he don't get the fuck on, he down. So looking at you different as fuck. He got a whole new perspective of his bitch.
In the chat, I need to holler at the Barbs real quick because I feel it's the Barbs' fault that's empowering all of this fuckery right here. Like, I feel like when she did this, the Barbs should have been stepping in. Like at this point in Nicki's career, we ain't like the Barbs. Y'all been leading Nicki down this dark alley. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all are leading Nicki Minaj down a dark alley to the point of no return. Y'all are not letting this lady.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Age gracefully and hip hop. Y'all not letting her age gracefully. Like when I'm looking at Nicki Minaj, I'm like, damn, why Nicki Minaj ain't in her Clips era? Like, why Nicki Minaj ain't in her Clips era doing it up? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be in your bag right now. You ain't supposed to be hollering at MacWap on Twitter. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, bitch. Excuse me. I'm like, damn. Like, I never would have thought it would have been a time I'm ignoring this motherfucker. I like MacWap ignoring Nicki Minaj on Twitter. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, clout chasing.
All right, Mac. Now look. You can't be calling her the queen and then calling her bitches at the same time and then
then you can't say she clout chasing because nigga, it ain't no way in the fucking world.
Trying to say, you know, she shouldn't have been messing with 6ix9ine. If you gonna go there, you gotta go all the way. Either she the queen or she be rocking with snitches. Cause they saying the whole Young Money is going down the drain. They said all of them feds. They saying Drake, Nicki, who's next? Are we gonna see a video of Lil Wayne, you know, snitching on somebody for a McDouble and a 10-piece nugget? And to
Man, I'm gonna show y'all what y'all gonna see. If they got any footage of Weezy, any other footage of Weezy in the interrogation room, I'm gonna show you what that shit look like right now. If a nigga got any other type of interrogation of Weezy, I'm gonna tell you what that shit look like right now. Right now. Right now, hey boy, he's talking about who's next, Lil Wayne? No, nigga, you know damn well Weezy had this. Weezy had to pay him money and do them 2 years in New York. The whole ride. And pay him money. Yeah, no. You wanna know what the motherfucker you know what motherfucker I'll tell you what this shit look like. If they got any motherfucking shit in the nigga interrogation room, do what he look like.
Need to run Windows on your Mac? Parallels Desktop makes it simple.
Clearly, Lil Wayne answers to no one.
Is that an interview that you actually gave with Katie Couric?
Is that an interview that I actually gave with Katie Couric?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Well, that's not the question.
What's his name?
Pete Ross. Huh? Pete Ross. Ross.
Pete Ross, that's a stupid ass question. You just told me they giving an interview with her.
Okay.
That's
So that was you.
Man, they got Weezy on
Did you perform at the Virgin Mobile Music Fest in 2008 with Kanye West?
I don't know, but I know I did perform at this badass bitch birthday party recently. She was crazy, stupid thick.
Isn't it something that you would remember if your album, The Carter 3, was the biggest selling album of the year in 2008?
Isn't it something that I would remember that?
Yes.
Isn't that a personal opinion type question? Because that's why I got that. I mean, because I would be actually answering the question to, isn't it something? That's my question. Isn't it something?
That you would remember.
Isn't it something? That's the question I have to answer, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Isn't it something?
You could do the best trying to answer it.
Yeah, it's something out of your ass. That's my answer. Yeah, it is something out of your ass.
Have you ever hired a photographer to photograph an event?
Have I ever hired a photographer to photograph an event? Sorry, sir, no, I'm a superstar. People hire them themselves to photograph me. We don't hire them.
Do you recall that any criminal actions were pending against you at the end of 2008?
I don't recall any.
Do you recall being at all concerned about any criminal actions that may have been pending against you at the end of 2008?
I don't recall.
Do you recall that in the summer of 2007, you were arrested in New York City following a performance at the Beacon Theater?
I don't recall that.
Do you recall that police in New York City discovered a .40 caliber pistol on you, on your person?
I don't recall that neither.
Do you recall that in late 2009, you pleaded guilty to attempted criminal possession of a weapon?
I don't recall that neither.
Did you serve any time in jail following the end of 2009?
I don't know.
Didn't you serve about 8 months at Rikers Island in 2010?
I don't know.
Do you remember being arrested in or about January 2008 near Yuma, Arizona?
No, I don't know that.
Do you remember being charged in early 2008 with possession of narcotics for sale, possession of dangerous drugs, misconduct involving weapons, and possession of drug paraphernalia?
No, I don't recall that.
Well, how much longer is this line of questioning going to go on?
Not much longer.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know.
Didn't you win
I don't know.
the award for Best Rap Album of the Year in 2008 for The Carter 3?
I don't know.
Mr. Carter, you have to wait until the attorney is finished asking the question, please.
I'm sorry, that's my psychic. I'm sorry.
How would you describe your image in the media?
How would I describe my image in the media?
Yes.
I wouldn't describe it.
Well, how would you describe it if you had to?
I don't have to.
Well, what image are you portraying in the media?
I don't portray anything. I am who I am. And you guys portray what you do.
No, who are you? Who is the
I
real?
am Dwayne Michael Carter Jr.
Okay. Do you like to portray yourself as?
I just answered that and said that I don't like to portray myself as nobody.
Okay.
I completely be Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. I don't portray myself as anything. An image is self-described.
Well, you have to wait till I'm done with the
I
question.
don't have to wait to anything, honestly. I mean, this guy right here may tell me that I have to wait, but personally, I don't have to do nothing.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you like
He
to?
can't save you, right? In the real world. That guy right there. He can't save you in the real world. Just so you know.
What does that mean?
I don't have to elaborate.
Is that
your next question?
Is that a threat against
No,
them?
it's not.
Mr.
No,
Moss,
sir,
can you
it's
just
not.
ask your next question, please?
He can't save you.
What does that mean? And who did you tell? Do you have?
Man, that's what the fuck they gonna get in the interrogation room. You fucking with Weezy, man. That nigga's a real fucking Libra, bro. But they trying to get that.
Do you have any idea?
No, I just know the people that handle those situations.
Who would that have been?
That would be the people that handle those situations for me.
Can you name some names as to
I'm sorry,
who?
I can't recall the names off the top.
Who are the people who likely would have been told by you?
The first person likely that would have been told by me would be God, because I tell him everything.
Who's that?
God, G-O-D.
Oh,
yeah, I tell him.
as in
The man of
God who rules over us all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you remember anything in particular you told to God that you didn't like about the documentary?
No, I don't remember.
But that's what they gonna
Timberlake
get.
has been waiting for. Miss.
That's what the fuck they gonna get, bro. And they talk about weed. Man, that's what the fuck they gonna get on camera. That shit is stupid. You can't say. You can't say it right. You know? And just stare at it. You can't say it. That nigga's a fucking psychopath. That's a real deep and stupid shit, bro.
To a certain extent, I do think he has a point when he's blaming the Barbs, because the Barbs hype her up. The Barbs never check her. The Barbs worship her like, you know, she's the queen of France. Sometimes I peek in on that little station head show that she does, and you know, she's talking to them like they trash, and they be eating it up. She be like, "Don't talk right now. You can't speak when the queen is speaking. I make the rules. Like," and they be like, "Yes, mother. Yes, mother. Yes, mother. Yes, 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 please." And they be licking her boots in there. And so when you got a fan base that treats you like that, of course, that shit go to your head. You start acting crazy. I guess you start thinking I guess she think the FBI and the CIA, that stuff, like she'll rather.
Anyway, man, I ain't gonna get this nigga. I was trying to get the video. This nigga shit. Alright, so let's go to the beginning. SZA exposed Nicki.
Bruh, ain't no way. If it's not one thing or another with the internet, why'd I log on today and Nicki Minaj is going in on SZA? I mean, she went crazy, but not only did she go in on SZA, she went in on TDE President Punch. And if you guys don't know, TDE is the label that signed SZA and Kendrick Lamar. Nicki Minaj shared a series of tweets on Twitter and was not holding back a word. And when I say she talking crazy, she talking crazy. Bitch look like she sounded like she got stung by FMB. ... Draws fake freckles on her face. But I ain't gonna lie, it gets real deep. So after doing my research, I found out a lot. Check this out.
The hip-hop civil war continues to expand. SZA and Nicki Minaj are exchanging words. So a little earlier today, I seen Punch, TDE Punch, tweet Broken Barbies, and I said, I feel like this is going to turn into a drama with Nicki Minaj, even though this has nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. The reason he tweeted that is because a new artist they signed, I Am Lyric, dropped a track called Broken Barbies, which is a good song. Very small artist, I should go check it out. Really good song, right? Fast forward half an hour later, maybe I see this post and I'm like, I knew it. She said, LOL, y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We have the receipts. LOL, I never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'm going to call him minus 30 million from now on. I guess saying that she's going to add him to her defamation lawsuit. Then she tweeted a picture of him and she said, me after I do some things, guarantee you wouldn't fight a man. We have every tweet of your incessant bullying, lying, and more. Your name was added to that list. Same thing that make you laugh will make you feel me? I don't know what she's referring to with him bullying her. You feel me? If y'all know what she's talking about, please enlighten me in the comments, I guess. But SZA took to Twitter to say, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait. LOL, silly goose. And then Nicki Minaj said, go draw your freckles back on Buki. Hashtag justice for Demore. Hashtag deposition Perez. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Sounding like a effing dead dog. And then SZA said, I don't give a F about none of that weird stuff you popping.
So yeah, man, it got real. SZA caught a stray and jumped into some business she ain't had no business jumping into. But I think Nicki Minaj also jumped the gun because Punch from TDE wasn't even talking about the bars, but I guess Nicki Minaj had something coming from him for a long time.
So SZA responded to Nicki Minaj making fun of her and Barb starting to attack her in her comment section. Nicki said SZA looks and sounds like she got stung by a bee.
Nah, we're not gonna do that, bro. The nigga say he wasn't even talking about Nicki. First of all, bro, hell, nah, bro. That shit was strategic. Kendrick and Drake shit was over. TDE on the throne. You gotta go at Cash Money. You gotta go at the throne. Niggas, them the niggas at the top. You trying to go for the king, you trying to go for the queen. That shit was strategic, bro. He knew what the fuck he was doing, and Nicki knew what the fuck he was doing. I think he slept like that. Nigga ain't sleep. Nigga understand this. When you understand this shit
on freckles, right?
Shit don't go over your head, bro. Nigga ain't never do that shit.
Then the person that says a comment said, you really don't want to start this, girl. If you was crying before, you really gonna cry now when the barbs get at you. And then she said, I get bullied by millions online every day to step my ass out on a packed stadium tour and see real love in my real life. My parents are healthy and I'm more successful than I ever been. Get some perspective and bark at the wall. Whose side you taking here? First, Nicki was attacking Punch, who is SZA's manager in TDE, and SZA posted, yo, it's Mercury retrograde, don't pay it any mind. And then that's when Nicki said, go draw your freckles back on Buki. And then we got the I don't care about none of that weird stuff.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know all about that, yeah, that's the rundown of everything that happened. But the beef between SZA and Nicki Minaj go way back. A lot of people don't know. Check this out.
Child, at this point, we need to keep Nicki in our prayers because this woman cannot maintain a friendship to save her life. Apparently, she's now beefing with SZA, and it turns out their beef actually dates all the way back to 2015 when SZA helped write her and Beyonce's song, Feeling Myself. SZA was the last person anybody was expecting to get into it with Nicki because all she does is mind her business, but as usual, you can leave it to Nicki to find a problem with anybody she comes into contact with. It's honestly getting alarming at this point. Their beef has been kept on the low for some years now, but people recently started digging into it when SZA started showing Lotto hella love. Okay, so this entire feud started back in 2022 when Cardi featured on the remix of Summer Walker and SZA's song No Love. Right after the song came out, Nicki unfollowed. The backlash got so bad that SZA didn't release the deluxe version, and she still hasn't to this day. Around the same time they were whacking her for this, an old tweet that SZA made back in 2011 went viral, in which she was basically telling Nicki to step her cookies up because Iggy Azalea was coming to take her spot. She said, Nicki got a problem coming fast. Shorty right here goes crazy at Iggy Azalea. It's unclear if Nicki knew about this tweet prior to working with SZA in 2015, but Nicki fans were not having it when they found it. Anyway, it's clear that SZA feels.
Yeah, man. So that's crazy. You're saying they beef is dated all the way back to 2015. I just can't believe why we just all can't get along. Like Punch, Punch getting thrown under the bus. SZA got beef with Nicki when they used to be friends and she used to write for her. Bro, what is going on right now? But Nicki Minaj has been going through it because, man, she been going at everybody. Like, when I say everybody, she went at Megan Thee Stallion. She went at Jay-Z last week. And she just, man, she's not playing. Look, she's talking about Jay-Z. Oh, my gosh.
She female.
So what do you guys think? Do you think Nicki Minaj is doing what she does?
Except for that police ass shit. Yeah, that ain't got any boy. I would have never did it. Tupac would have what?
And that's, you know, stir up the beef. Or do you think that she needs to chill out and stop going?
I was fucking with Nicki until I seen that shit, though, bro. I was fucking with Nicki until I seen that other shit, bro. don't give a fuck, bro. I wouldn't do that shit tomorrow first. I just go down to that shit. So, but hey,
pointing at everybody crazy because it's gonna end up getting her canceled. But I really don't know how much you
can cancel it. Canceling it.
Cancel
like breaking a bitch.
Nicki Minaj because, like she said, she's the queen. She is the most selling female rapper in hip hop, and nobody will ever top her or sell as many platinum plaques and get certifications as her. So she on top of the world. Nobody's bigger than her in terms of like rap music and hip hop. Only person that might be bigger than her is Beyonce on like a female artist level. But let us know what you guys think. Should Nicki Minaj keep it on the raps, or is she warranted to do everything that she's doing right now? Leave a comment and keep it locked.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want, bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you...
Kenneth?
Bruh, ain't no way. If it's not...
So, I guess that's that. Hey, man. That's enough of that shit. It's fucked up. Alright, so next subject on agenda is top 5 getting stabbed in the neck. What the fuck happened in the top 5? He got stabbed in the damn. This nigga act like he got footage of the bitch. We got footage of the shit. This nigga act like he got footage.
We about to watch some exclusive, never before seen footage of top 5 getting.
Fuck that. That's the nigga on the
People, you've probably heard the news. It's going around absolutely everywhere that our boy Top 5, okay, the president of Toronto himself, has allegedly been stabbed in the neck in a very serious incident after the Wireless Festival in London. His boy Drake, obviously the king of Toronto, was playing 3 days in a row at the infamous Wireless Festival in London, England. And apparently Top 5 has unfortunately caught a neck shot around this whole situation. But things aren't quite as they seem, because today in a video that I'm going to break every single detail about this situation down for you, I'm going to make a couple of arguments on both sides that this something may be going on that's a little bit fishy with this situation. So I'm going to basically go all the way back to the beginning and tell you the whole story of Top 5 at Wireless Festival and how we got to the point where allegedly people are getting stabbed in the neck. It's absolutely insane, and it's not quite as meets the eye. So we're going to get
this game. You're not ready for it.
It's almost probably worse than getting shot in your damn neck. Because a blade is wider. Depending on what you got stabbed with. And where you get stabbed in the neck. Or wherever you get hit at, regardless. But neck, like, bro, that shit can paralyze you from the neck fucking down. It will go from Superman to Christopher Reeves out of this thing, bro. That's why the police don't play with niggas if they got knives out. That's why the police is gonna shoot you before you even get a little close to them with a fucking knife, nigga. Now you can do it, man, bro. That's why that shit justified every time. If a big got a knife in their hand, they act like they can run towards the officer. They down in your ass. That's justified. Bitch, you don't Don't nobody want to get sliced with no knife, nigga.
Get into the first clip. Okay, check this out. All right, this is top 5. Okay, this is top 5 arriving to wireless. All right, he turned up in London for the first time. Everybody knows that, you know, Drake's doing this 3 for 3 headline show at wireless, and of course Toronto's top demon, who Drake arguably put up the bread to get out of jail on murder charges. Of course he had to be in attendance. So top 5 was seen on social media walking around Manor House, looking pretty fly, looking like he had his security on point, and you know, maybe upsetting a few of the local hoodlums on the way.
Big 5. No, we coming.
Big 5. Now pause right there. Okay, look where he is. Manor House. Now look, I don't need to get too deep into things, okay, but Manor House is a very serious, it's got some very serious hood. You know what I'm saying? There's a very serious hood in Manor House. There's some very serious people there. I don't want to say too much. Apparently, I've been in Snitch recently, so I guess I can't say too much. But all I'll say is that Manor House is definitely an area that you LA gangbangers, as you would say, you might want to check in if you went to this spot. Top 5 was here comfy just a few days ago. It was all good just a few days ago. But as you're going to see in a moment, things unfortunately got very serious for there. Okay, so if you don't know, and I'll give you a very, very brief kind of recap right now. Okay, our boy Top 5, he got out of jail on these murder charges. He ended up becoming the kind of, you know, this social media hero of just being this crazy drill rapper from Toronto who beat this murder charge. Drake paid for his lawyer. You know, he's the golden boy. All the prosecutors in Toronto absolutely hate him. But at the time, he was really good friends with another Toronto rapper by the name of Presser. And Presser and his brother Bundog run a label called BFR Records. I think it's called Blue Feather Records. Okay, and they were all good. They were all tight. And if you went and watched my video about Top 5 that I dropped recently, the many murders of Top 5, yes, the many murders of Top 5, there's at least 3 bodies that he has been associated with in the streets. Okay, if you watch that video, you'll know that there was a whole plot where basically allegedly, there was an entire plot that Top 5, Presser and his brother Bundog were in Dubai and they finessed a guy for millions. Okay, if you watch that video, you will know. This was the video, The Many Murders of Top 5, the killer streamer. And in this video, I really went in depth on a lot of things to do with Top 5, his numerous cases, how he ended up becoming such a demon, how he ended up being a very dangerous driller in the streets, and his return, his basically returning to, you know, the hip hop music space after getting released on these murder charges. But unfortunately, he ended up getting in a bit of a serious situation that ended up implicating Drake. So basically, there was allegedly this guy, Julian, the Top 5, and Presser and Bundog had basically hit a lick. They got this guy, some sort of crypto bazillionaire, got a bunch of money on crypto, and they apparently finessed him for his coin, quite literally. So we can have just a quick little recap of this here. Would meet a seemingly very rich young man in Dubai named Julian Berouet, engaging in all kinds of shenanigans with him, including a Diddy-style freak-off where UK drill rapper Fredo appeared to be getting busy. Now, not much is known about Julian's background, but he seemingly used to live in Miami, where he was arrested in 2022 for having a concealed firearm and resisting arrest. While there's also a video of him on YouTube doing a boxing match, which was posted as late as August 2024. It seemed that at the time, everything was going well between Julian and his new friends, until suddenly in December 2024, in a now deleted stream with DJ Academics, Julian would come out guns blazing, going on what seemed like a stimulant-induced long and rambling story, where he would accuse Top 5 of scamming him out of $2 million together with none other than Drake himself.
Top 5 stole my Richard Mill, Drake's homie. I just bought a better one. So anyway,
Okay.
Drake scammed me. Champagne Poppy scammed the 20-year-old for 2 M's, and then Aiden Ross is involved in this. It's deep, bro. It's not Top 5 is, you know, Top 5 do the math on the Toronto, whatever.
Top 5 on his third body. So you talked to Drake eventually.
Listen, even Academics says Top 5's on his third body, but in this video, I basically broke it down and I explained that it was Top 5, Presser, Bundog. They were all somehow involved in this lick. Somehow, out of nowhere, they're suddenly crypto millionaires driving Ferraris, driving Lambos in Dubai, and just absolutely balling out of control. At the time, they were on good terms. Presser's crew the GGGs, it was all love. It was all, you know, the crew, like they were cohesive as a crew. They weren't necessarily from the same hood, but they were from different hoods and they were getting on with each other well. So apparently the relationship between Top 5 and Presser and Boondog and BFR Records actually has a lot to do with Drake, because as you might know, Drake's entire beef with Kendrick Lamar has also involved a few other people, which includes Canadian singing superstar The Weeknd and his EXO crew. So what actually ended up happening is that the BFR crew were actually spotted allegedly partying with Drake's ops, the EXO crew, in New York City. And there was a picture going around, I think it's been deleted here, but there was a picture going around. Here's the picture that was going around, all right? Toronto in the building, EXO, BFR. That was what was posted, and apparently it was the EXO crew, the Weeknd's crew, and BFR, Presser, and Boondog's crew. They were in the same venue together, and like, you know, apparently that's chilling with the ops. You're partying in the club with the ops. Maybe BFR was supposed to get it cracking. I don't know. I don't follow these politics. So essentially, Top 5 was very upset about this. He said, "This, what the hell's going on in Dubai? FBFR and FXO. The fact that your label is drowning and I can keep playing lifeguard, saving you guys, and you guys do this. FBFR." He straight up dissed BFR. Now, from what I understand, I don't know if this is even out there like that.
Don't settle for less. Here's what others are doing to fix missing and broken teeth. The company everyone has been raving about is called Nuvia, with thousands of 5-star reviews and a 99.13 success rate to back it up. It's no wonder Nuvia is the clear choice for thousands of patients.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm not a snitch. This is what I heard. This is what the streets told me. Okay, what the streets told me is that the BFR Records guys, they basically felt like nobody can tell them who to be friends with, nobody can tell them who they chill with. They're basically saying, look, the way they basically see it is like we in the club with EXO. That's not really something for you to have an issue with. We should be locked in for other reasons. So unfortunately, what's ended up happening is, you know, BFR and Top 5 and his GGG crew have ultimately ended up in a beef, and it's unfortunately turned into a bit of a vicious beef. So here's where things really started to escalate, right? Top 5 does his first ever live stream on Kick. Okay, this was a legendary moment. This is where he famously, you know, he cuts off his ankle monitor, pretends that he's going on the run. You know, he's at this amusement park, and they say this is Toronto's wildest stream. Now, bear in mind, okay, he is on live on Kick when this is going on. His ops know exactly where he is, whether his original ops, whether it's his new ops, whether it's a completely new set of ops. There's, you know, what I'm saying, I'm not the police. I don't know who does what, but all I'm knowing is that people are knowing where Top 5 is. They're knowing his location, and regardless of all the beefs and the murders and the bodies and all of this stuff going on, he is not scared to share his location. So he does this live stream on Twitch. This is his first ever live stream, and you know, things are all good, things are all smiles, but unfortunately, shortly after this live stream, there was a pretty gruesome shooting in Top 5's neighborhood where he is originally from. And what's really sad is that there was an individual that ended up losing their life in that shooting. And, you know, it's unfortunately is a situation that is close to home for Top 5. So news would break shortly after that, that incident where, you know, Top 5 was live on stream. And what ended up happening was that there was actually, you know, a pretty bad shooting in Lawrence Heights. You know, this is Top 5's neighborhood, and a young man ended up
from multiple suspects after a shooting near Yorkdale Mall last night left 1 man dead and 5 others injured.
I was just in my room and I heard like between 10 and 20 shots. Came to the balcony. I saw a bunch of cars speeding away from a scene and a lot of yelling.
Police were called to the Lawrence Heights area just after 8:30 last night. Officers say a man in his 40s was killed, while 4 men and a woman were taken to hospital. All are expected to survive.
So a little while after the shooting happened, news began to spread about the victim, and they were saying that it was a guy called John Doe, aka DBK, who was actually the victim of the shooting. And there were a few posts on the Torontology subreddit about this. You know, a lot of people just saying it was really sad to see him pass away. He was actually a wheelchair user, so he's somebody that's been seen in some of Top 5 stories. This is actually a clip of Top 5 along with YG, who really much more messes with, like, you know, Presser's crew and them. He's kind of more over there with Presser and Boondog and the BFR crew. And this is a clip of Top 5, YG and John Doe just a few months before the incident where, you know, he ended up losing his life. So, like, this was their homie. You know, this was somebody that he was apparently very close with, even YG. And, you know, the real sad case is that, you know, even YG a little while after this was actually trolling. You know, people found out that this was the person who lost their life in the shooting, and they shared pictures of him in his wheelchair. And, you know, now you got YG saying, oh, still no get back. He must have not been that important. You know, the rumors were what they were. I'm not going to say what the rumors were, but the rumors were what they were. YG's here saying still no get back for DBK. And it's just a really sad situation. So the beef had gotten pretty vicious at this point, all right? You had YG dissing DBK. Obviously, you know, he's passed away. He was in a wheelchair. He was posting Hot Wheels out, you know, after the murder took place. Just really brutal stuff. And there was another IG live going around where they were saying YG was doing way too much.
Holy fuck. They're using the helicopter though. It's fucking get me out of character when I'm drunk. Maybe start tweaking niggas. All I do is press a button. I don't even gotta do much. I just press the button on my phone. Send. See the send button or enter? Enter button. Look at the enter button on your phone. All I do is press enter. And it's Maybach music. That's all you gotta do. Press enter. Press enter on your phone right now and you see Maybach music. Idiots. You're a hole. Suck your mom. Boy, that was.
Okay, so look, that's what's going down. Okay, that's what's going down with YG and Top 5 and all of that. So look, I'll tell you this. I know you're thinking, Trap Law Ross, why are you telling me all of this? Why are you wasting my time with this information about this beef that's been going on in Toronto that has nothing to do with this stabbing? Well, yeah. So once Wireless kicked off and you saw Top 5 in Manor House, suddenly, allegedly, the Wassers themselves had turned up to join Drake and perhaps Top 5 at Wireless Festival 2025. So you had YG, Big Tree 5 on the right-hand side here. And I don't know whether this is Bundog or Presser. Maybe it's somebody else. There's talk of somebody else from that crew called, I believe, the FB being out there. That's what they're saying. So they turned up. All right, so now the plot thickens and the plot gets a little bit more complicated and you know, a little bit more juicy, right? So now this beef has gotten deadly in Toronto. Things have gotten out of control. Friends have become enemies, and now the Wassers have shown up to Wireless. And they're inside the artist section too. They're not, you know, they're not just going as fans. They're inside the artist section too. So it's looking pretty serious, right? So that's what's going on. I guess the guy on the left is FB, according to the comments. So look, that's what they're saying. They're saying, look, it's UK. These dudes aren't having sword fights. They're saying, look, how'd they even get into the UK with their criminal records? I honestly don't know the answer to that. I don't know how or why guys are able to get across borders with the seriousness of their records. I mean, these guys are pretty serious when it comes to the GGGs. I mean, Top 5, yeah, he beat his charges, but I'm not knowing how he's getting into the country. Like, remember the UK banned Tyler, the Creator, from coming into the country for allegedly being homophobic, even though he himself has expressed himself as something of a flower boy or whatever you might want to say. And we got Top 5 in the GGGs and all the demons and all the BFR coming into the country. It's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, what can you do? Okay, what can you do? So, yeah, this basically was becoming a transatlantic beef. You got the BFR guys in the UK. It is looking crazy, all right? It is looking absolutely out of control. But it's not just this Toronto beef either, right? Because when we're talking about Top 5 getting stabbed and who might have done it, there's several candidates. Because back when Top 5 was cool with Presser and them, Presser actually ended up getting into a beef with a London rapper called Lowski. When Lowski basically dropped lyrics on his Instagram dissing their dead friend Houdini, he quoted a lyric that said, "Send them to who?" Perhaps not realizing that he was dissing their dead homie, and they ended up having a back and forth. This is when Top 5 was cool with them. So they ended, right, this is going to sound so crazy, right? But Presser and them ended up flying one of Lowski's biggest ops out from the UK, M24, and doing a song with them. And Top 5 was there, you know, behind the scenes, ended up linking with to M24. He jumps on a clip with him and basically says that he's smoking on Lats, who is one of Lowski's best, closest friends, who ended up getting stabbed to death, allegedly, by a group of people with perhaps, maybe, some sort of ties to this rapper M24 who you're about to see him with here. So
I'm a UK homie.
Come on, you know the vibe. My boy, Top 5.
Can somebody find us that lax?
Yeah, find us that,
Big pack. I'm a UK homie.
I can't lie. I feel like M24 gets mad uncomfortable when Top 5 says that he's smoking on lats. He's almost like he realizes, he's like, bruh, it's hot. You're making it hot for me right now. Because M24, right? M24 is a really good rapper in the UK. Love Lowski, love M24. I'm not part of the beef. I'm a civilian. Let's keep it at that. But like M24 makes really good music. He doesn't diss the dead too much. He's not Fulio out here, right? Yeah, he disses his ops, he's dissed the dead, he's made reference to some of these incidents, but he's not Fulio out here. He looks a little bit uncomfortable, and Top 5, like, this is a pretty serious situation Top 5's referencing. I'm not sure if Top 5 even understands the deep details of what happened to Lax. But yeah, the fact that he's doing, I'm just going to run the clip one more time and you're going to be able to see, but I just don't think this is a good look.
Oh, man.
Come on, you know the vibe. My boy, Top 5.
Can somebody find us that lax?
Yeah, find us that,
Big Pack.
Big Pack, apparently. So look, he's made enemies in the UK already. He's got people in the UK that hate him. He's dissed dead people in the UK. He's got some serious situations. And yeah, there was talk of him maybe patching it up and squashing the beef with Lowski and all that stuff. But who knows, right? Who knows? So Drake's in the UK. He's doing his 3 nights. It's absolutely popping, okay? And basically what ends up happening is Top 5 is doing backstage, he's doing press, he's doing promotion, he's streaming, he's in the UK, he's popping up with all the famous people in the UK, and he's going viral. He even pops outside, okay, and this was
let this be a lesson to all the real streamers and drillers, and let this be a fucking example and a lesson. Let this be a learning lesson and an example right here, right now, of one instance, of one way that it could go. You doing that, then you want to be a streamer. You drilling, and then you want to be a streamer. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna get yourself a case, or you're gonna get yourself killed, nigga. You better be one or the other, nigga. You better choose the safest option.
was a viral clip that kind of a lot of people said maybe led to some instant karma, but he popped up outside with Kyle from the Nelk Boys, and he basically said there's no killers in the UK, I'm comfy in the UK.
17. Where are you going today? Let them know. That's a great question. There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious stuff. They're not going to kill us. No. They're not going to kill us for safe. You can even show your address here. In America? Fuck. Now listen. All right, I'm going to go shower. I'll see you in a bit. W's. My dog. Throw some W's for the Milk Boys. Let's go. My dogs. W's for Top 5.
So a lot of people are saying that is the clip, that is the moment where Top 5 disrespected the UK. But let's keep it real. I think if you think that's the reason why Top 5 allegedly got stabbed, you're dumb. Okay, there's no one in the UK. It's like, oh, he said there's no killers in the UK. I'm a killer. I'm a random. I need to go out and prove myself. No, he's dissed several people specifically, and as we can see, his new ops, his friends who have turned into ops, have seemingly flown internationally to come and buck him at the wireless show. It is a little bit crazy, but it gets worse from here. It wasn't just those comments. There were more clips that were circulating of Top 5 allegedly. No, allegedly, I can see it. He's outside. He's with the demons. He's got his jewels on. And this is the clip allegedly just shortly before the alleged incident happened.
Outside. Yo, Tones. Yeah. Outside.
So
our commitment to you is delivering the world's most advanced PC. Our passion for chasing performance and improvement is what motivates us.
Now that is an L for Drake. Your shooter getting stabbed on Twitch, nigga. Your shooter got stabbed trying to stream. Ain't that a bitch? The shooter out here trying to be a motherfucking entertainer. The shooter out here trying to be a motherfucker in front of the camera. The shooter's supposed to be behind the camera.
But he's outside, he's doing his thing, and it's unfortunate that things ended up escalating from here. But he was outside. But I'm about to drop a bombshell on you people. I'm about to drop something that you guys might not believe, because something a little bit strange is going on behind the scenes with this alleged stabbing, and I'm gonna keep it real with you.
They got lined up.
It may have happened, or it may be complete cap. So I need to direct your attention to this video that's been circulating. Now, I don't want to play you this whole video, partly because it's probably against YouTube's guidelines for violence, but also partly because I know some people are getting copyright claims for using this video. But anyway, there's this video going around, right, that says Top 5's boy got stabbed in the neck in London. And what we see here is an actual riot. Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it's a riot. It's a whole mob of people that are attacking this car. They're stamping on the windshield. They're opening the door. They're trying to get the person inside. It's looking crazy. Okay, I'm not going to play you the whole clip, but you can check that out. And what really doesn't make sense is that it's kind of like, look, I've watched and listened to the clip in great detail. Nobody in the clip says top 5. There's no one in the clip going, yo, it's top 5, let's get him. And you can hear what people are saying. People are saying, yo, who's that? Oh, what's that? Get him, go, go. You can hear what's going on. Ain't no one talking about top 5. We got top 5, whatever. No one's doing that. No one's, you know what I mean? It's a whole gang of people. And I've been told, allegedly, reportedly, this is a completely unrelated situation. I've been told that this has absolutely nothing to do with top 5. It does have something to do with Manor House. So that's that train station that he walked down at the very start when I was talking about top 5. He's in Manor House. He's in a serious area. That's where this went down. And this video, I'm going to debunk this whole thing through right now. This video was posted 14 hours ago. This video was posted, you know, this video was posted before everyone was saying this video was top 5. People saying Manor House last night, and it's the same video of the same riot. People are trashing this car, and the car has the license plate X70 GBP. So we know that this is a relevant car, and this is a car that ends up in another picture that's coming later, which again I probably shouldn't show you on YouTube. But essentially, there's another picture going around that basically shows like a man laid out on the floor next to that same white Mercedes car with the license plate X70 GBP next to it. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is top 5. They were getting attacked at the scene. They escaped the scene, and then they pulled over and they were getting medical treatment. And there's a picture of somebody laid out on the floor next to the car. Now, I won't show you that picture purely because it's not safe for YouTube, but also because I'm honestly not confident that it's top 5. I know for a fact that that situation that we just saw where the crowd was attacking the car happened in Manor House. It happened absolutely nothing to do with top 5, which is why it's a bit unusual. This is where the whole story begins to unravel a little bit. That's why it's a little bit unusual that a reputable news source, well, arguably reputable, such as The Sun US, would actually post the same video and a long-form article that says horror attack, Drake's rapper pal stabbed in London after superstar performance as horror vid shows crowd attacking car and smashing windscreen. Now, what doesn't make sense here? Okay, what doesn't make sense here is they've got a bunch of information that doesn't quite tie to this story. So, look, all right, so it's given a little bit of backstory, seeing that, okay, footage shows a bunch of thugs climbing on the car and smashing it up, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so look. Earlier, Victim Top 5 posted images and clips of himself watching Drake's wireless set from a VIP section near the stage. The pair were pictured watching basketball together in January, with Top 5 describing the God's Plan hitmaker as his twin. The rapper was cleared last year of a murder charge in his native Toronto and is said to have angered rap rivals in the Capita after telling fans in a social media stream there's no killers in London. So the Sun are going with the narrative that this was a random attack off the back of him basically saying that there's no killers in London. Now, this is the part where I'm starting to think that the entire thing is absolute cap, and the standards of journalism in 2025 have gone completely down the toilet. Because here it says, Metropolitan Police said officers were called at around 12:15 a.m. today to reports of a stabbing in Spring Park Drive near Finsbury Park. Not Manor House, where that video was recorded and posted from. Not Manor House. So apparently there's a statement from the Metropolitan Police. I've Googled this. I've Googled all these words. I've done different types of Googling, advanced searches. There is no statement from the Metropolitan Police that says this. So this is a weird one. This is cap. There's no news articles. There's no reports in the Metropolitan Police about any stabbing at Spring Park Drive near Finsbury Park. So something's not adding up. Then it says a spokesman added the victim, a man in his 20s, was approached by a group who damaged his car before stabbing him in the leg. He was taken to hospital and his injuries are believed to not be life-changing. Now, this is why I think this is complete baloney, because they're saying a spokesman, not a person from the Metropolitan Police. Usually you might have detective, sergeant, whatever. You might have a reputable person with an actual title. No, a spokesman. The Met Police just have spokesmen now that just speak on things that don't appear in any other articles or publications. Said the victim, a man in his 20s, was approached by a group who damaged his car. So this little quote here leads me to believe that this entire article is cap, because as we've learned, that Manor House stabbing had nothing to do with top 5. It was a separate incident that had completely nothing to do with him and was just separate. Okay, it got cracking, right? It's cracking over there. But the article saying that they had a spokesman from the Met Police seems like cap. Now, here's where I call mega super cap, all right? It says here, cops have since urged anyone with information to call 101 or reach out on X and quote CAD 105, 17 July. I've Googled that code, doesn't come up to any articles. I've looked it up on X. I've checked the Metropolitan Police X profile page. There is absolutely no statement about this. It's looking to me like absolute cap. Where is this where is this spokesperson for the Metropolitan Police? And I know you're all going to say I'm a Fed. Go ahead and screenshot me on this page while you're here if you want to call me a Fed. All right. There's no statement from the Metropolitan Police about this. All right. There's no information. There's no mention. There's no, we're going back in time now. Okay. We're going back in time. All right. Now they're talking about protests, all of this stuff that's going on. No mention of this. No situation. It would be here if it was a real thing. I think it is possible, perhaps plausible even, that this whole story is absolute cap and it's been placed by top 5 ops to try and make it look like they got him down when they didn't, to put him down, or by top 5 himself as a marketing stunt to gain promotion. Now, I'm not putting it down. If it turns out top 5's actually been stabbed, I'll completely believe it. I'm not saying I've seen any proof to confirm that it's cap, but what I am seeing is a video that is seemingly confirmed to have nothing to do with the situation being promoted in mainstream news. It doesn't quite make sense. So there was a lot going on, and it's still uncertain exactly what happened, whether it's even real, where top 5 is, what the latest update is, whether it's promo, whether it's not. All I will say is that last night, when I was on Torontology, I first started seeing the news of this going on, and it was nothing but just a bunch of memes, basically. A bunch of weird memes that were just gassing up this alleged stabbing of top 5 without any real evidence. There was a lot of like ChatGPT images floating around, all that kind of thing. And it's just not, I don't know, it's just, I'm not seeing factual evidence for this being true, right? So let me show you this. I won't show you the whole thing.
Let's see it.
But
let's see it.
You'll be able to see here. This is that car that was getting smashed up in that other scene, and here on the screen, I've strategically scrolled away from it so you can't see it. There's a person laid out on the floor, and they're saying that's top 5. The license plate here, it is the same.
Same one. That nigga, boy, that nigga owned it. On the ball.
License plate X70 GBP, and it is essentially, you know, the same car from the alleged same situation, and everyone believes it. That's the crazy thing, is so many people believe it. Some people are saying it wasn't him. People saying the video of the white Benz getting mobbed wasn't top 5, but that's the same car. I heard they took his chain too. I'm not going to say too much, but saying he tried to go viral. People are saying he dropped his location, talking. People think it really happened. I personally don't think. I definitely don't think that image was actually what happened. But you know, it's gone absolutely viral in the Torontology subreddit. People are kind of saying that, you know, top 5 deserves this. They're saying, I hope Hashim's face is burning in his mind right now.
Been a couple of days, like it feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like there'll be some news or something, like something. And you were screaming like.
Now this is the young man who lost his life, and top 5 was on trial, ended up beating the charges for. And there's just a whole bunch of chatter about top 5 ever since, you know, this rumor came about. There's been a whole lot of posting, and that made me think maybe it's cap, maybe it's promo. It was being almost pushed like a promotional campaign. It's kind of like one of the biggest news stories worldwide right now, and there's a lot of rappers and a lot of social media commentators that have decided to kind of give their 2 cents on the situation. So let's have a little recap of just what some people have kind of been saying about the situation. Just a little bit of reaction from maybe some famous people, some gangsters, some rappers, some ops, all of that stuff. We'll see what's going around. So British rapper Ratlin has called top 5 a police boy after news breaks out about the Toronto rapper's stabbing. They're saying he was talking about call 911, and YG's jumped straight in saying inform of that. Now here's the thing, that this is, once again, it's like this is getting pushed. Pages like Keep 6 Solid are pushing this story. They're overly pushing this story. They're including the comment from YG dissing him in there, which it just makes me feel a little bit like there's somebody's pushing this narrative. I mean, I don't know. Are we really getting to the point where in 2025 2025, you drill your ops and then you pay pages to promote the drill that you've just done. Is that the state of the culture that we've gotten to? I don't know for sure. I honestly could not say for sure that that's what's happening, but that's what people are saying. So we've got UK rappers calling them the police. This is in relation to basically there were people claiming to be at the scene, saying that Top 5 was running down the street shouting call 911. You know, even one of Top 5's biggest ops from California, Hitter J3, you know, legendary rapper from out Compton, came up with Kendrick. Definitely somebody who had gone back and forth with Top 5 on numerous fronts. They'd had a lot of beef. When I linked up with Hitter J3, he had a lot of smoke for Top 5 as well. But even Hitter J3 was sending him a prayer, saying, send a prayer up for Top. We can't lose our biggest troll. And it just goes to show you that, like, I don't think that Top 5 was really hoping that Kendrick was going to get hurt or that he was going to hurt Kendrick. Same way, I don't really think Hitter J3 was really hoping or planning to hurt Top 5. I feel like it was all content at the end of the day. And it's really unfortunate when these sort of street gangster dudes just can't take a little back and forth as content and want to have to resort to threats of murder. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, so there's another post saying, you know, there's this post.
They kill us. What else is they? Nigga supposedly got 3 bodies. Ain't trying to scream, ain't trying to be content, and this niggas dead niggas that he ain't got nothing to do with other motherfuckers. Now, what I will say is, no, I don't believe you. Right, you did your research. I don't believe like you don't believe that shit because they be more information, that type of shit like that. It's really a strategy. It's in the book. I believe some shit. Some shit like that. It's a strategy to make your enemy believe the top, the head guy is out of permission or whatever, and then surprise attack, sneak attack him. But it's in the book. Article, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the real books. It's definitely a strategy, bro. I don't think nothing.
Post in Reddit, okay? This isn't anybody reacting to it.
And this happened a couple days ago, so we can expect some more news by Sunday.
But people are saying the GGGs right now are basically what Booker 600 was after the murder of T-Roy. This is an infamous tweet in the Chicago drill scene, if you didn't know, saying y'all don't know the half of what's finna transpire after T-Roy got killed. And obviously that's when the Get Back gang was formed, and damn near dozens of people have lost their lives over that situation. So, you know, these are the responses. These are the things. I mean, look, it's just, unfortunately, there's ops that are reacting to this. You got you know, YG's calling Keep Six Solid a hoe for not trolling Top 5 after he got stabbed. Another one of his ops, Casper TNG, posted, change the title to Top 5 caught lacking in the UK and wet up in Friday the 13th style slashing. This title sounds too subtle still. It's very disrespectful stuff.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I can't see this quote. I mean, where's Top 5 dissing him? Is this like is this a Top 5, another Top 5 account? Maybe it is. All of a sudden doesn't want to try and make a hard as caption. Keep Six ho ho ho. I mean, people are saying Keep Six Solid trolls the civilians with captions after they get shot, and that's apparently why people don't really respect the way he posts. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to catch up with the reaction, and it's crazy. Okay. And so look, another situation that popped off around this a little bit before, one of Top 5's close friends, one of the most feared guys from the GGGs, Flipper, who's had a couple of serious cases. He had 2 murder cases. If you listen to Top 5's song, 2 cases, he's basically saying, that's my bro. He caught 2 cases, caught 2 murder cases at the same time. And unfortunately, it's gone away for a long time. But very recently, the news was Flipper was actually stabbed in jail, and people are kind of, you know, dissing Top 5 now as part of it, and basically saying, you know, it's just not a good look. Okay, it's just not a good look. So this was the news just 14 days ago that Flipper from the GGGs had got stabbed in prison, and you know, it's a sad situation. And that led another Toronto op, K Money, to basically speak out and say that I heard Top 5 caught the Flipper special in London. What the hell, with the knife emoji. Look, And I don't condone any kind of scoreboard keeping, but people in the comments are saying BFR is currently up 3-0 in the series. Will the GGGs pull back a miraculous comeback? I mean, look, I don't know the truth behind all of these posts, but if Flipper got stabbed and Top 5 got stabbed and DBK got killed, it is really unfortunate that group of people is just taking so many unfortunate situations. And I honestly, I don't condone what's happening. I don't feel like what's going to come next is going to be any good for anybody, but that's the situation. So right now, where we're at, we essentially don't know whether or not this stabbing story is true. If it is true, it probably happened somewhere else. And the only other thing that I've really seen that I feel like actually is some proof or some kind of like actual information that we can use to maybe just get a little bit closer to the truth is just this one post that's going around. And I don't even know if I can show this to you right here, but the image got deleted, but I did actually save the image. But it said Top 5 got stabbed up in central London. Not Central C, we're talking about central London. And they're saying the car in the video is in Manor Park, or that Ute laying on the floor is not Top 5. This post is saying that it's not him. And then there was an image from that post that got deleted, but I did actually save it. So I've got that for you here. And essentially it was posted. This was apparently a little video clip from the scene that's going around. Allegedly, this is the real scene of the real Top 5 stabbing. Again, it's not confirmed, but people are saying Top 5 got stabbed in central London, not in Manor House and not in the Wireless Festival. Anything else is fake news. I'm still not entirely convinced that any of the news is true. If it's true, I'm wishing Top 5 a speedy recovery. I'm hoping things get ironed out very soon. It's a very, very messed up situation, but we still don't know if it could all be capped. It could be promo. Top 5 could be dropping a song, and if he does, I need that because I heard there's this. He's got this song called "I Beat a Murder," and just apparently it's fire. So really unfortunate situation. Hope we get to the bottom of it soon. I know everybody's making content about it, trying to work out what's going on. That's my thoughts. That's my background. That's my little discovery. You know what I'm saying? From the desk, coming straight from the sergeant's mouth. Since you guys want to call me the feds and that stuff. So anyway, appreciate that. Catch you guys in the next update. If I get more news on this story, I will update you. I will do a follow up, and you will find it all out with the facts right here. So
I'm thinking about somebody got stabbed. If it wasn't him, the type of nigga he is, I think he'd be like, damn, he'll definitely come out feeling like he's straight. So something must have happened. My son off without me. Put out there shit. And somebody probably got somebody. Anyways, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Did it happen? Did it not? Y'all still rocking with Nikki? Snitchi? Rocking with Snitchi? No, I don't know. This is a crazy reaction. It's officially 11 o'clock Eastern time, and with all of this negative shit, the positive message of today, because we like to create a positive impact today and later. Here on Meet TV, Hustlers on a Mission that day. That's every single day on Hustle on a Mission. This is real nigga reaction. The real nigga do what they want to do. Bitch nigga do what they can. Whole ass nigga talk about it. Fuck niggas gonna make regardless. Hold on. My shit was off a little bit. Alright, positive message of the day. It comes from my brother. Manage your emotions. You feel me? I feel like a lot of this shit today, all of this shit all the time is majority of emotional damage. It's all about management, especially when females. Nikki should practice managing her emotions more. And everybody should practice managing their emotions more. You realize the emotion is just temporary feelings you can let go of, whatever reason you feel me? They will pass. You know what I'm saying? focus on positivity and building something. Yeah, focus on that's the best thing I can say. I try to focus on my get. I'm focus a little more on that. And, yeah. Get your mind back right. So get your back right. Create a positive impact down later, man. Be a capital, whatever you do, make sure you do that shit to the fullest capitalist way as possible, man. I am capital is to create a positive impact down later. I'll fuck with you on the next one. Pop off. Legitimate news. In a minute, I don't know what the fuck I feel like. Game therapy is going on right now. I just turned on the motherfucking game, which I need to. I just had it. Yeah, I dropped it and rolled into the chair. I couldn't see it, but I got it. Till next time, man. I fuck with y'all. I feel like I'm forgetting something. If I am, I'll get out of it. Y'all be cool while y'all be cool, man. Y'all stay safe out here this week. Handle your business. That's all that. We in a lit house, whatever you make sure you get the light within you shining bright, you feel me? Fuck that shade, bro. Get paid. Yeah, it is.
I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens.